Yeah.
G sharp minor.
Yeah, on the songs, any of the G sharp minors in it, you can substitute any of the G sharp minors on that sheet. Oh, well,
Plus the G sharp minor.
it's just a sec. The only problem with that is, yeah, you can go. See, just playing chords. It was all yellow, and then I get to be. It's just you don't get the subtleties of the fact that he's playing.
It's a lot easier to play though, like, and using
But that's what God gave us the guitar classes for. You know, so. Yeah. I can stick in if it's not. Cheers then, see ya. No, it's like, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, pick your battles. I'm absolutely right, because you could go, I like that song, and I'm going to play it loads, but I'm just going to use the bar chords. But you can also practice just going, you can just lift the bar. Cheers, Keith. You can do it like that. Now, if I was to go, sorry. I can play it as a bar chord and just lift the bar. I've dropped my... The only one I can't do is that one, because I can't bar it. I could do that.
I found that the easiest way to play it using the first finger as where the bar would be.
Yeah.
So leave that too open.
But again, and then you get to the... And then the problem there is, because you can't bar it and leave the top strings open.
No, I'm quite happy to play it like that. Using your first finger as the guide is,
Yeah.
and playing with these three and using that as where the bar would be.
But I've just put some stuff on the video about.
But
When I was
relates to G sharp minor really.
Well, when I was like, not to address what you're saying, like I said, you whether you drop the strings or not, you can get some of the chords playing orthodox bar chords, but just by lifting the bar.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the F sharp minor, you're screwed, because you can't bar the bottom four strings. Well, Tommy Emmanuel probably could.
Yeah.
I could do it that way, but I've got to revoice. I've got to change I've got to like rock on my finger up, right?
Yeah.
But I just said, because I've prepped this song, I haven't done as much playing of it. And it's a song that a lot of songs I do in the class, I played for 30 years or 40 years. But this one, and it's quite good to see. Well, it's good for me to see me not be completely comfortable, because when I was playing the bridge, just playing that, often you have to.
Some of the chords sound discordant, don't they, even when they're playing them?
I'm not sure this isn't in tune. I think it's in tune. It sounds all right. I think it might be a slight discrepancy against the recording. And this might be a bit flat, probably, or something. But when you have to iron out, like you just said, it's got your new voice, and you've got the choice between playing a bar chord that you're comfortable with or a new voicing. And it's like, if you've got to persevere at some point. You haven't got to do it all the time. But say you said, I draw the line in the sand here, and it shall not pass. I'm going to get this. So it's like, you know what you're doing wrong first.
Yeah.
If you're not getting a clean fret, that's one thing. Or I kept putting my finger to here instead of there.
Yeah.
So I just practiced doing that a few times. But I let the rest of the voicing take care of itself, and I pay attention to one finger.
With that first finger, with the voicing you showed me over there,
Yeah.
that's on the B string, isn't it?
This
when
one.
You're playing your E shape.
I've started doing that now, but I could do it that way, and then go to that, which is good because that stays on the same finger string there.
That's the way I prefer to play it, because I was getting somewhere. Third time through, I was getting somewhere
And that's
with that shape.
And that's the point. It's like you just pick and then you know it's going to take time to
So
bed in.
what I'm going to do all next week is I'm just going to keep playing those chords, but the middle 8 got me. I couldn't switch from that E to that G sharp minor flat 6, but I could easily get from E to G sharp minor. You just have to lift a finger and.
But the funny thing is what I think where you're at in your playing as well now is that and that shouldn't make any difference. I think, and I'm not saying it's wrong for you to have this stumbling block now, but what it's doing is presenting you to I think you're at a stage in your playing where.
That's what practice is for, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I mean is I'd say, if you weren't at this stage, I would say just go with the bar chord. And I'm not saying kill yourself. I'm just saying start to be aware of making the guitar do what you want it to do rather than what your hand wants it to do.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, because it's actually you'd be.
Time to using my second finger to do that, which I've always done,
Yeah.
So I had to re-educate myself, not to.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that.
and that's tough as well. This is
It's
slightly.
It's doing. Well, what are you doing? Not that one. This one.
Well, this is slightly different because it's some. I'll probably edit this together. If you're alright for me to edit this, like and hardly anybody ever watches it anyway. But what I'm trying to say to you is it's not as far off as you think. But what you'll find is, I think what you'll find, but this is not unique to you by any. It happens to everyone. Is because you haven't played. I don't know how often you come across new voicings and you have to incorporate new voicings. Keith often avoids it and finds ways of doing it by the voicings he already knows. But beginners, everything's new and it's a slog. But once you get to a certain point where you've got a set of chords under your belt that pretty much function what you need, there's no incentive to do this. But the incentive is all the stuff I'm talking about is if you want to play. It's the way you hear the song, because the incentive is because that fits the song better. In any context, you might say, well, I'm not that bothered about Coldplay, but a Clapton song that you are bothered about, like Tears in Heaven or something, the voicings are key to the way it sounds. And they're all strange. And a lot of them are like this, where you play, that's a similar shape. I remember doing it with you ages ago, and it's like the shapes that are similar to that.
Yeah, when you're playing Tears in Heaven, that's a shape you use.
Kind of, but it's based on, like I say, it's still based on a minor chord or a minor 7 chord. So drawing parallels visually, so you've got that sophistication, that model in your head. But then just having to go through, it's harder than sticking with the chords you already know, because you know them. But you think just because you got to learn a new chord, I've got to put the cleaner over again tomorrow. I'm like that with housework and stuff. But it's like you'll find it's actually nowhere near the effort you think it is going into it, and you'll get there.
This week, I'm just gonna discipline myself just to use those voicings this week.
Yeah. If you're going to do the one thing, if you want it to sound like the record, and this is optional, is the shapes are like it's this one, open top 2, whether you tune it down or not, but open top 2 for the B, open top string when it's tuned down for the F sharp. You tend to fret that one, and then so it's like, say, open top 2, open top 1 with this tune down, and then normal E voicing. And this one is that as well. So open top 2, but then open top 1. That goes in, and then.
Is that on the sheet?
It should be, yeah.